Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And this was going to be another video. First, I want to let you know I'm time traveling right now. I'm recording in the dim mists of the past. I'm recording this on Friday. I'm posting this on Sunday. It's because well, Saturday is the Sabbath. Starts Friday night. Goes lasts for 25 hours. It's a Sabbath. So I'm offline. I don't use any like electronic media or anything like that during Sabbath. And right after Sabbath is this huge Jewish mourning day called Tisha B'Av, where you don't eat for 25 hours, don't eat or drink, and you know, you just kind of like, oh, sad. So I probably won't be recording anything. If any great piece of news happens, I may do a video on it. But yeah, for now, it's going to be. This actually was going to be a review of the Doctor Who comic, A Cold Day in Hell. But then I saw the story and went, oh no, this is video worthy. This is something we're going to need to talk about. Discoveries Sunita Martin Green on how Michael Burnham is like other Star Trek captains. She's not. But, you know, in all fairness to Sonequa, you know, she knows nothing about Star Trek. You know, why would she know? You know, she's I think what we call I think the scientific term is she's a chick. You know, chicks are generally speaking not that into Star Trek. There are women who are into Star Trek. There are. They don't like the Alex Kurtzman Star Trek because it's not very Star Trek. It's again, I'm going to bamboozle you with technical terms. It's vile shit, I think is the best way to describe it. Fine. So we're going to be reading this article from TrekMovie.com. Okay, fine. Read the article from TrekMovie.com. We're going to take the piss out of it because you know what? That's the only thing you can really do when you meet pure disingenuous bullcrap. Right? You take the piss out of it. Maybe we'll have a laugh. That'd be lovely. Either way, you can also hit the like button. That'd be fan-frickin-tastic. Thank you very much. I do like to be liked. Okay, baby? I do enjoy to be liked. I like to be shared as well, but that's just my own private life. But yeah, sharing is caring, baby. Sharing is caring. Please hit the share button. Let the world know. Let the world know my every inner thought as I let YouTube know. Like, share, subscribe, and mostly hit the subscribe button. Right, the subscribe button is the pinnacle of buttons to press. I am full of elation and I would say reasonably rigid with excitement when you hit that button. So you want to make a rabbi happy, then hit the subscribe button. If you're subscribed, of course, please make sure you're still subscribed. Why I love you hitting the subscribe button. YouTube, not so much. YouTube, because I say unrepeatable thoughts that, generally speaking, up until a couple of years ago, if you had a penis, you were normally considered a man, right? Generally speaking. Now if you say that, you're a bigot. It's weird, isn't it? Isn't it weird? Wouldn't it be weird if these kids who are convinced of that, like, and they are 100% kids. They're absolutely like the Chinese kids from the mid-60s in the Cultural Revolution that killed 30 to 40 million people, right? Just to have an idea of what we're looking at. Wouldn't it be weird if they 20 years from now they say, oh no, the color green is racist. Having green on anything's racist, and if you ever wore the color green, you are racist, right? I would love to see what happens there, but who knows what dares try. Of course, they'll say, no, that would never happen. Really? Anyway, like, share, subscribe. I think that's the basic answer. Comment. Let me know what you think. I mean, honestly, please do let me know what you think. I like a bit of commentary, me. So like, share, subscribe, comment, and you want to be super nice, like super duper nice. Go check out my Indiegogo. Check out my Indiegogo here. 2 freaking awesome graphic novels. Now, if you're a fan of Star Trek Discovery, you might not like these. You know why you might not like these? Because they're good. They make sense. And they're engaging. So we've got this one, 220 pages long, biblical Bible stories for aces, creatures, rationalists, and rogues. It's a fun-filled romp, but not really. It's very biblically accurate. It's a good story, right? But I'm not trying to preach to you and tell you what to think. It's just a good story, right? Basically, I mean, I think it's a true story, like a story that has real meaning and depth to it. But, my the number one thing I was thinking of when writing and drawing this was I wanted to make an engaging, entertaining experience. And honestly, and it's Kurtzman. Why have you never thought of doing that? So you got this one, 240 pages. It's long. And then we got this one, it's 105 pages long. The Imperium, a love letter to tele-fantasy of the 1960s. Imagine James Bond, Emma Pill, Doctor Who, the Black Slab from 2001, a monkey in a spacesuit, a bit of Prisoner, a bit of Thunderbirds, a bit of Callan. It's all there, baby. Go and enjoy it. So get both these ones. And of course, you get tons of fantastic extras. There's this thing. Well, there you go. It's a pin-up right now, but when we hit $8,000, which is very, very soon, I think we're about $80 away. Your backing may be the guy who brings us over the edge. This becomes supersized into an A2 poster, which is what, 18 by 24. It's big, and there's a whole bunch of us. Okay, look, just go check out the video notes. Okay, everything's there. Go click it, go buy it, and then go, oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever done, because I like to give pleasure, baby. I like to give pleasure. Who doesn't like to give pleasure, but instead likes to be pleasured? Well, that sentence didn't come out the way I was planning. I never know what I'm going to say at the beginning of the sentence until I get to the end. Discovers Sonequa Martin Green on how Michael Burnham is like other Star Trek captains. She is nothing like other Star Trek captains. None of them are Mary Sue's. All of them are fallible. All of them are, even Janeway, and I find out the least so, all of them are relatable as human beings, right? None of them have the entire universe pivot around them. A little bit of Kirk in the 2000s that built him up and up and up. But it was just, they kind of backed off of that. Everybody is fallible. Except Michael Burnham, who is perfect at everything and the key to everything wherever she goes. Also, she's in essentially the Starfleet she's in now looks like a McDonald's from an alternate universe where the naughty National Socialists from the 1930s won the war, right? So, and also she's crazy. And listen, I think, who was it who gave this example? Your boy Zach, when he was reviewing the first episode of season 3, and honestly, I'm still shocked they made a season 3 after season 4, and I'm even more shocked. Actually, I'm not shocked they made a season 4 because what's the difference? Like how they screwed up that much? What's the difference? So there's a bit where she's in her Iron Man costume, her magic Iron Man costume from season 2, and crashes to a planet, and then she has this weird set of emotions and emoting this and cries and it's weird. It's just weird. Okay, it's just weird. So your boy Zach, he has this this theory that the director says, okay, give me a large emotional response, right? And she did a few different takes in do this take, go for it a different way, and they just use all of them. And then she goes from laughing to hitting people in the faces and just generally speaking being awful, right? Also, so is she like Kirk? No, Kirk earned his position, as did Picard, as did Cisco, as did Janeway. She didn't. She just got it from being the bestest ever. That she went from being a prisoner who started the Romulan War, the Klingon War, to be what she started by being the best as ever, which I'm not making up. That's what really happened. To being the first officer, to being the captain. But listen, Ensign Tilly, who was busy eating cream buns and putting on cake and saying, "Don't body shame me." And I'm a fat guy, right? I'm a fat guy. She became captain for a bit as well. The person with the least self-control and discipline you've ever met in Star Trek, yes. So that's the Star Trek we're getting. So fine, let's read this incredible article. When season 4 of Discovery arrives later this year, oh God, please, no! Oh, please, just stop, please. Later this year. A big change for the show, besides new rules, is Michael Burnham is in the captain's chair. She's always been in the captain's chair, even when she was the de facto captain under Lorca. She was the de facto captain in season 2, even though, Saru was, she just did whatever the hell she wanted. Was it Saru? No, you had Ansem Mount, and she just ignored him a lot of the time. And then Saru was the acting captain for some of season 3, and she just basically ignored her. She's always been the captain. Okay, yeah, it's because why? It's very bad writing. It's talking about getting now. Suddenly, it's talking about getting promoted, earning the chair. She didn't. She didn't earn the chair. While out promoting playing LeBron James' wife in Space Jam: A New Legacy. Okay. Sonequa Martinez also fielding some questions about Discovery. Miss Creek, can I ask you a question about Discovery? Yeah, honey child. Yeah, because that's the only, she has to be that the soulful say, yeah, honey child. Damn. Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, what's the question? Why is it so relentlessly shit? Why? Because you're a bigot, I think would be the answer. An interview with the Bellissimo files. Okay, I like a bit of Bellissimo. The actress spoke about what it meant to her for Michael Burnham to be promoted to the captain. Again, with no merit whatsoever. A complete Mary Sue who's never earned her position anywhere else. Becoming captain was a really big deal, and it was a long time coming. You know what this reminds me of? They recently did an ad for the US military. Like, if this was just confined to Star Trek and our fantasy world, while I would hate it, I wouldn't be scared, right? That it's bled out into reality is a problem. So there was a recruiting ad for the US military, which was a weird kind of cartoon about a little girl who had 2 mummies, and they were the bestest ever, and they went on pride parades, and they would, everything was the bestest ever, and then she decided to go to the army, and there's a bit where in the cartoon where she's climbing over a fence, you know, the thing to get over in the assault course, which of course will be lower for her because she's a girl, and then as she jumps over the top, she's suddenly in uniform and looking up, and everyone loves her. That's Michael Burnham's ascension to being captain. The people this appeals to, and the people writing it, have no idea or understanding that adversity makes one stronger and better, and you can't get anywhere without accepting adversity, without work, without struggle, which we have not seen this character do at all. Why? Because this character is reasonably doing. The character wasn't bad for the first 6 or 7 episodes, which was basically all when they used up all the notes from Brian Fuller, who was the original creator of the show, and I think far more competent creator of the show. Fine. It's been a long time coming. Oh, I haven't been captain yet. Everybody knows I'm the bestest ever. The story was always a journey to the chair, but it's no. You're making up on the fly, darling. Shut up. But it's not something I could just be outright and say, look, it looks like it's going to happen at this time, but I think we've earned it. How? I mean, I've seen every episode. How? By being right all the time, like in a ridiculous level, as a useless Mary Sue. Yeah, I understand you. There was no you went to the 29th century or whatever it is, and you worked out the problem of the burn. Oh, and you did stuff that I mean, like, it wasn't that Discovery had ancient technology that could analyze things from a different perspective. No, it was just you had Michael Burnham who was able to work it out, and nobody else. No one else in the entire freaking universe was able to work it out other than Michael Burnham. Yeah, it's bollocks, mate. It's bollocks. Fine. But I think we earned it. How? No, you didn't. And it means a lot to be solidified in the franchise history as the first black woman captain and leader to... Okay, you're not the first black woman captain. We had... Next Gen had a few, and the lead of a show. Yeah, exactly. But you know, again, this is how's it doing? How's Star Trek Discovery doing? I'm going to say probably pretty badly. Right, probably pretty badly. Why do I think that? Because CBS hides those figures, right? They hide those viewing figures. I don't think they're getting Disney Plus numbers, and of course the Disney Plus numbers are fake as well. You know, so they can't even fake it to have a reasonable viewers. And it's not because you're a black woman. That's not what's turning people off. It's because that you are the center of creation because you're a black woman. Right, because everything is perfect around because you're a black woman, because there was racism. I grew up in the 80s. It was completely socially unacceptable to call people racial epithets. By the mid 80s, by the 90s definitely. So it's been I think we've lived in a post-racist world for minimally 30 years, right? Minimally 30 years. But you making a character that's garbage, that has no adversity, that hasn't been able to struggle, that has nothing wrong with her, that has no nuance at all, that's insane. That's absolutely insane and should be on bloody lithium. It's like, yeah, what? You're also the first bonkers captain, darling. Why do you write that down? No. But making you a captain doesn't fix the racism that exists, in the 50s. It's like, I don't know why you think it does. What it does, though, it makes the people in Hollywood feel like they're not racist, when, of course, they are the racist one. Their little bubble, their enclave is the sexist and racist ones. And that's why I think we're surrounded by sexism, racists, and taking over the world. Yeah, it's just you. It's just you. We're normal, weirdos. It's been cemented in history in a way that's especially right now. Yeah, okay. By the way, did you know that the George Floyd mural, the monument mural, was recently struck by lightning and destroyed, like, right in the... Like, I have not seen a greater act of God. I mean, not saying that was great. I'm saying I've not seen a more obvious act of God. I mean, that's what the insurance calls it, an act of God. Look like it. So it's right now, baby. Oh, God. Right now is about to get different. So I would, maybe give some charity. That's just my advice. So it's breathtaking. How's it breathtaking to go to swim exactly along with the currents of society, right? How is it breathtaking? How are you being stunning and brave? This is just bollocks, you tell yourself. It really takes my breath. It makes me cry. Why do you think a black woman couldn't be a captain on Star Trek? Again, I don't know why you're judging everybody by race and gender. It's weird. It's something that I'm grateful for and don't take lightly. Well, maybe you should have had a real character then. Right? Maybe you said, well, look, this is ridiculous. I can't be the first black captain woman on Star Trek, lead of a show, because this is, I don't have a character. I don't have anything. Like, Benjamin Sisko, for example, the other black captain. Okay, I wasn't a woman. Oh, no. What a fantastic character, right? At a time when I think the absentee fathering within the much of the black community, I think it's something like 70%, doesn't have a stable father in the home. Honestly, I don't know what it's like for non-black people, but they I think the family structure has been deliberately destroyed, I think, by very left-wing policies. Basically to keep black people as slaves, enslaved to the Democrat Party, who they think they have to vote for. Who now? Okay, this is an aside, but this is so weird, right? This is so weird. Now the same people are saying that black people, the Democratic Party's position is black people are too stupid to get ID. And I'm not making this up. This is absolutely their position. They say black people are too stupid to be able to have ID. So therefore it's racist to ask for their ID when voting. Right? And that's really their point. It's like, okay, I don't think black people are stupid. No, okay, fine. And I think it's kind of racist to say that. No, okay. So yeah, it feels tight right now. Don't take it lightly. I also don't take it too heavily either. Well, that bit we've seen. I don't take it lightly. Bloody, that's a bit of a word salad you had there. Even though promotion came at the end of season 3 and she's been Captain Burnham since season 4 began production late last year, Martin Green told the host of The Talk, it still gets her emotional. Yeah, well, obviously it gets her. I think the character Burnham might be somewhat based on Sonequa Martin Green, and if it is, she's crazy, right? If she acts in any way like Burnham, she's crazy. I'm still overwhelmed by it. How? It's still so surreal. And you say, Jesus, you are Lord, and you have shown up, and shown out with us. Oh, really? Are you a big Christian? Are you there, Sonequa? I'm going to make a guess. I think you're probably pro-abortion, pro-same-sex marriage, pro-transgenderism, making your own pronouns. All these things are very, very, very anti-God. Now, that's not my opinion on the Bible. I'm speaking of somebody who actually has a good idea what the Bible actually says. That's not an opinion, right? That's a factual reading of the biblical text. Now, don't be mad at me about it. I didn't write the Bible. If you ask me, I couldn't care less who anybody sleeps with, right? You want to sleep with a guy, fine. I mean, everything's consensual. The guy wants to sleep with a guy, fine. The girl wants to sleep with a girl. Oh, that's super fine, baby. That's super fine. Just let me watch. But anyway. But honestly, I don't care. I don't care. The Bible was written thousands of years ago. I happen to believe it's actually a real thing, right? But also in the Bible, it says, don't be a dick to people either, right? So, God doesn't need anybody's help with you enacting his biblical decrees, right? It's, if so, I don't want to tell you. It's, I don't know what she's more amazed about, being black or being a woman. Let's read this. She talks about Jesus. I'm gonna make a guess that you're not really that on board with you, or more, you're kind of on board with Jesus the same way that Joe Biden is. Like, let's kill babies. Can I have the sacrament, please? I can't quantify it. Well, what is it? I understand that because you're not religious and you're talking about religion. I can't really describe what it means to be firmly cemented in the franchise. You're not. This entire run of you, Picard, Lower Decks, it's not Star Trek. It's been rejected by the fandom. And what's going to happen is either it's going to be forgotten forever, or Star Trek will just die. People are like, Star Trek can't die. Really? No, Star Trek. Really? What's the last Flash Gordon movie you saw? What about Buck Rogers? Right? There's a Doc Savage. There's a King of the Rocket Men. There are a lot of Robin Hood. There are a lot of things that do eventually die. And I think Star Trek is withering on the vine. It really is right now. Why? Because they're not interested in the human adventure, right? The human adventure of people connected together and being aspirational and being better and being the best of humanity and being the best version of themselves. No, they're interested in skin color and gender, and that's it. And try again, and you got these awful characters with Grey, who looks more weird and disturbing in real life than they do. And like the Grey and his girlfriend, I can't remember her name. But like, it's just weird, mate. It's just weird. Normally speaking, having a penis makes you male. Normally speaking, I think normally speaking, for the entirety of human existence up until 2 years ago. So that I will say normally you go by the majority, but I'm not going to rain on any parade. I can't quantify it. I really can't describe what it means to be this black woman at the helm of the franchise as a captain and knowing what it means. Again, what about Cisco? So is it being black or being a black woman? So honestly, when you ask people to give them examples of oppression, it always gets much more narrow. I'm like, oh, it's the first black person. What about these 10? The first black woman. Okay, what about these 2? First black woman with braids. Okay. There you go. I've broken the glass ceiling. Darling, you've broken Star Trek, okay? You've broken bloody Star Trek. And knowing you have no idea what it means, okay? Even like Jodie Whittaker, when she took on Doctor Who, like they had the ad where she broke the glass ceiling and then did a goofy smile to camera. You have no idea. You have no idea what you have done and what it means. Not a clue. Not a clue. Not just on youth, but on adults. Well, yeah, we all hate it, right? Nobody watches this show, right? Nobody watches it. Star Trek nuts and liberal progressives, Star Trek nuts are basically the only people who watch it. Maybe 30, maybe 40 people on Twitter. That makes them sound like there are a lot of people. They're really not. But being able to see themselves, but also see someone different from them, I could cry again. I've never had any problem seeing somebody different from me. I'm a fat, bloody Jewish rabbi, right? I was able to relate to Benjamin Sisko. Again, what a wonderful father figure. He was actually a great character. I love that character. Why? Because it was played with depth and life by Avery Brooks. And I'll tell you one thing. Avery Brooks is a smart enough actor that he would piss on these bloody scripts. He would throw them back in their face and say, I am not doing this garbage. Right? Why? Because he has integrity. Something that I think the entirety of the group of people making TV right now do not have. Joining Trek's captains. While having to be part of Star Trek legacy of captains as show leads, Martin Green highlights her 3 seasons as a lower rank was worth it. Well, again, she was basically in charge all the time. I think that being able to see this woman grow into the captain, she didn't. There is zero growth to Michael Burnham. She started perfect. She remained perfect. All she did was get more perfect, right? And again, she got more perfect as Brian Fuller influence faded away. Is what's really special and different, of course, than other Star Trek captains. But we didn't see that, and we did see Benjamin Sisko grow into the captain. He was a commander, and he grew into again at the same time being a father. I love it. Freaking love Deep Space Nine. I'm going to go watch a good Sisko episode. It's a palate cleanser from this garbage after this. She also sees a common thread with Burnham that runs through all the captains. Okay, now I'm intrigued, right? What delusion are you looking at, right? Is this from the trailer from season 4? Yes. I just can't believe they're making more. I think something that is a common denominator with the captains in the franchise history is the sacrificial leadership. No, I mean, yeah, they would let themselves die to save their crew because they're all good. That's what. Okay, maybe she's going to qualify, right? It's so important. You have to be willing to lay your life down. It's not leadership. One of the great things about Star Trek, right through up until now, you know that nobody is scared to lay their life down for their fellow person, right? Everybody's equal. Everybody is valuable. Everybody is precious, right? And there was that bond, that camaraderie that made Star Trek. Now we have Sonequa, Martin Green, and the Muppet Babies. That's what the bridge crew looks like Tilly and the rest of the very rounded, very fuzzy, very furry bridge crew of anything but normative white males, right? So. Okay, it's something we have people willing to lay down. That's something that's shared across the board with all the captains. Yeah, but the other captains did that as a necessity, right? They would do it to save the day because that was their honor and their duty to perform. It was their honor, their duty, and their privilege to perform their duty, right? And they did it willingly, did it happily. You are happy to lay down your life, or at least pretend you're happy to lay down your life for everybody to go, "Oh my gosh, you're so stunning. You're so brave. You're so stunning and brave." And that's really all you're after. That's something that's shared across the board with all the captains and the characters that aren't captains also. So it's everybody then. So it's not unique about... Oh, God, idiot. Getting promoted to captain is just the beginning for Burnham. Earlier this year, co-showrunner Alex Kerman spoke about how Michelle's new position is defined season 4, saying, "Every time we broke a story," darling, as I said, you broke Star Trek. The question is, how is this affecting Burnham as captain? Who cares? I don't mean affecting, I mean challenging her. No, in no way whatsoever. Nothing challenges Michael Burnham other than not being listened to and being everybody telling her she's the bestest ever. Bestest ever. Yeah. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Shit. It's absolute shit. We got a predictable word salad. This is I'm clenching up, thinking, "Oh my God, Star Trek's coming back." I saw a teaser trailer for Lower Decks. Oh God, man! If somebody says, "Tzvi, would you rather have a fish shoved up your ass or watch another season of Lower Decks?" I don't know, mate. I don't know. It's a bit of a tough question for me, that one. It's pretty hard to answer. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin. Let me know in the comments what you would prefer. A fist up your ass or watching more of the Star Trek. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.